Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Man, lots of fun stuff going on. We're coming up to the holidays. But I had this conversation with guys in the group, so I just wanted to have this with everybody out there in the YouTube lands. So, real quick, people always are looking for faster ways to put their cards up, right? You get cards in. I actually got a huge sub back for the guys in the group. These are my PC cards, just to kind of show through some of them. Edward Julian, just kind of a cool card for my twins. Would have loved for that to be a 10, but it is what it is. Very nice 10 there. 10. Again, just PC stuff for me right here. Stuff that's going to stay with me. Just fun stuff. And then I always try to send in a few. This one I was so disappointed in. Got a 7. And this one disappointed with the 7. But again, just PC cards, stuff that I'm going to keep. And then I do a few that I'm going to sell, right? I don't necessarily need to keep that Justin Jefferson. I don't even know who Blazevich is. So it is what it is. This one I was going to give to my dad. I'm on the fence. I'm going to see if I can move it. Get him a couple other cards, but just some stuff to move, right? So I got a bunch of those. And so how do you get these up quick? Well, as you guys can see on the big screen, man, look at that. We've got Card Dealer Pro. And I like Card Dealer Pro. I've been using it for a little while. Links are in the description if you guys want to get signed up. It's a promotion. They give me a couple extra scans, and they'll give you guys 500 scans for free. So if you want to try it, you can. I've got a scanner I use, but this, I'm just going to show you the PSA side, which, by the way, if you signed up, you could just use the PSA. So typically what I'll do is I'll put in the name, the date, so 12/15/24. That's today. I built a template. You guys don't have to. You can use their normal template. I built one. I built a description as well. Just stuff that I like to do. You guys can play with that. A lot of times I'll set the price at like $2 or something like that. If it's, let's say, a bunch of base cards or some medium range cards, set it at $2-3, whatever I think I want to have is like the cheapest ones that I would, depart with. But for these, we're going to set it up this way, and we're going to create the batch. So once you create the batch, Magic Scan, that's going to be your scan search databases, certs. So database is looking for the card in their system. Certs is looking for it, PSA, SGC, upload from phone. So we do have options to get the photos up. We're going to use this one right here. We're in PSA. So we're going to grab the first card, okay? First card, as you guys can see, the cert is 990. What are we looking at? 78301. We'll set that one aside. We're going to do a comma at the end, and that locks it in, okay? Next one up, 990-78285. There is a way to speed this up if you're going to do a bunch. I'm not going to cover that today. It's just, putting them in and itemizing them into a list, and then once you create the list, you add the commas, but it's not that hard just to punch in the numbers. 78279. It's 9 numbers. Not too bad. Just make sure you dump a comma at the end, 990. But if you had like 100 and you were going to do the same 100 and it's serialized from, let's say the number 1 to 100, you could basically have the system put that in there for you. And I can show you guys how if you're ever curious, but I think that's something not a lot of us are going to run into. But so we're just going to go ahead and put these in. Again, 990-78289. I'm doing this all the way through with you guys just so you can kind of see it's not hard. Takes a few minutes, but I'm not going to have to mess with finding photos because this is going to pull them directly out of PSA system for me, and it's going to speed up the process, and you guys will see that here in a second. I still got to do my research for, what do I want to ask. I'm putting these in as buy it nows. This one I was hoping it would gem so that I could put it into my collection. I'm doing a PSA 10 collection of these cards, the Neon Icons from 2022. I just thought it was a cool set. This one I thought it would gem as well. I thought this one looked good. Must have been, I don't even know what it was. 990-78288. Then you just make sure you hit the comma at the end. This one I was flipping either way. I just had hoped it would score a little bit better. I've got a couple of these. It's just a great card. Had it been a gem, I might have thrown it in my pile of keepers for a while. I just think he's been playing so well. With Brady, always good flippers. His cards stand up really well, and I think they're going to continue as he stays in the forefront. Pritchard's been playing pretty good ball. won a championship last year, so I sent this one across because it was laying around in the collection. Man, LaMelo's playing better this year. We'll see if he can stay healthy. And then I did these just for fun. I like doing the... All right. Doing the Tops Now. Tops Now is a fun set. All right, so there we go. So now we're just going to click search. So again, PSA, you know, whatever set you have, you can do them. So you do the search. It's going to start pulling them across for us. I'm going to show you guys my process. I like to put them in these bags just to make sure they don't get like scratched up or whatever. These are the new ones, the new plastic that they have, so they're pretty cool in my opinion. So we're just going to scroll down. We're going to make sure so you can see it pulled all the photos. It's still pulling. So I'm going to give it a second just to make sure it pulled all of them, but you can see it pulled front scan, back scan directly from PSA. Super nice. Going to save me some time. Click add to batch. I feel pretty good about 16 cards. Got to be close. Just want to make sure you give it enough time to find them all. Perfect. So you can see everything goes in, and then basically all you're doing is picking your sales price. So we're going to go down here, and what I'm doing is I'm just going to fan these cards out so I can quickly find the card, because it doesn't pull them in order. That's the only thing that I don't necessarily love. I do wish it would just pull it in order. But for the Rushman, what I'm going to do, because I am going to card shows as well coming up here soon. So in 2025, we might see some card show stuff, as I do plan on going to some card shows. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing for that. So PSA 9, we're scrolling through. You can see a 10 in a base sold for like 15 bucks. A lot of times I just price these where I want to be, and then if it gets there, it gets there. But you can see a gold sold for 16 bucks. It's not a high value card. I actually am going to just give this one to my dad, to be honest. So let's skip that one. Not a ton of value in that, so I'll probably just give it to my dad because my dad loves Mr. Adley Rushman. So no big deal. We'll skip that one. All right, let's go to the purple Pulsar. So again, you just click recent eBay sales, and you can see one sold recently. It was actually mine. It was actually this one, which is crazy. Sold for $250. It got damaged in the mail. So I had to send it back in and get it redone. So we'll pop this up. I think I had it up for $300. Whoops. But it recently sold for the $250 number. So we'll put it up for $300 OBO. So we'll do that. And on the back, we'll write 250 because that was the recent sales. This is for out at whatever you call it, the stores and everything. Sorry, out at the... Anyway, when I go out, why is my mind going blank? Card shows. So we'll put it in as 300 and click marked ready to post. All right, perfect. That one's up. Next one up is the Victor Wembanyama. So again, for me, these ones, it indicates that it's up. It's not technically up yet, but these ones are done. So once they're in this, they're done. We'll put it like that. We'll click here, see what recent sales are. Wemby's probably still moving. Yeah, like 30 bucks, nothing crazy. Had it been a 10, would have sold for a little bit more. But what we'll do is we'll put it up for 45, 40, I don't know. Let's just do 45 bucks. Gives me a little bit of room. I'm sure, you know, if somebody offers 30, I would just auto take it. And the system's built. I've built the system to automatically take it. So I'm just going to put 40 on the back of this one. Again, that's for the card shows. Because when I get out to card shows, I'd like to have my cards already sort of priced. And by pricing them on the back, it gives me the flexibility. If I need to, I can pull the wrapper off and then reprice it, but it makes it easy. So like 25 bucks. I mean, one sold for 25 here, but you can see they also don't sell for very much, but I think those are the base. The silvers are a little bit nicer. There's not a ton of these, so I'll just put it for like 30 bucks, right? Sells, it sells. If somebody makes an offer, it's going to be theirs for sure. So put 30 bucks on that one. The big thing to remember is it costs about $16, $17 per card, depending on when you send it in. These ones could be as high as $19 per card. It's something that a lot of people don't take into consideration when they make offers. Because to be honest, you know, unless I absolutely don't want the card and I just want to get rid of it, a lot of these cards I would keep over selling for not enough money, if that makes sense. Because, like, I mean, I already spent the $15 on them. I know some people go, hey, it's better to alleviate your risk and just move on from the card. I go, yeah, but, like, I paid $20 to get it slabbed. I did it for a reason. I wouldn't mind having it in my collection. If it goes up in value, great. If it doesn't, you know, for $20, I would just keep it, if that makes sense. But again, everybody has their own opinion, and if the card's not yours and you just want to move it, move it. Do what you do. So for this one, I'm going to put like $60. We'll see. Going into this next season, value might come up a little bit. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it never sells. Maybe I give it to my dad. Who knows? But I've given my dad a bunch of them, and I have a few others to give to him this year. And so I was siphoning off a couple that I said, yeah, doesn't matter that much. I don't think he needs every single one that I get, but... All right, so this one is Mr. Brady. Let's take a peek. I know I sent this one in because it had pretty decent value. Yeah, $90. So went 150 and a 10. So I'll just put it up for 100. Put it up for 100, and we'll see what the offers come in at. $100. You know what? I'm going to do 120. In general, Brady is going to move at some point. This is the Super Bowl MVP, so nice card. I'll put it up at 120, and I'll put it for 100 here at a show. Again, just one I accidentally found in my collection, so let's see, 98. I have a few of these. Let's find one of the 98, 97, 98. There it is. All right, perfect. So again, I leave these fanned out. It just makes it a little bit faster to find the card. I'm guessing this is a $20 card. I'm guessing I'm not going to make, you know, it's not a money maker even though it got a 10. It's mostly one that I figured would be kind of fun. I may use it as a giveaway. Yeah, 23 to $30, no problem. So, $30 would be great. I'd be happy to get $30. So we'll put it in for $32, and we'll see what the offers come in at. So I'm just going to put this market at 30. Again, not trying to get rich on cards like this. These are just fun cards. I keep one for the collection, and then I put the rest of them out. Either, like I said, giveaways, give them to guys in the group. Or just put them up to make a couple bucks. It's not, definitely wouldn't suggest people to buy those to try to get rich. They're not get rich cards. So Blazovic did $5 in an 8. I'm going to guess it's like a $50-ish card in a 10. The only reason I say that, this is a very, like, I don't think people realize how rare these are. I have run the numbers on these a little bit. There's probably 10 to 25 per player. Like 10 low end, 25 high end. These are rare. As far as I understood, they're only out in blasters. I haven't seen them come out of anything else. So is it something that I think is going to sell at that number? I have no clue, but we'll let people make offers. If somebody makes a reasonable offer, it'll be theirs. It's not a card I'm in love with. I got it from a Twins break, so kind of is what it is. If it sells, great. If it doesn't, I don't mind keeping this card, if that makes sense. But it's not one that I'm necessarily in love with. So again, this one we're just going to put it in 30. We'll put it in 33 as a joke, but like we'll mark these at 32, 33, and 34 just so they are slightly different priced. I don't think there's a ton of value in pricing them differently other than it kind of shows that like maybe one's less expensive. I'm always curious if somebody will buy the less expensive one versus the slightly more, even if it's from the same person, but just weird stuff I think about. So $30 on that one, fair enough, no big deal. LaMelo, red ice. I do like the red ice. I just am not a LaMelo guy. So looks like this in a 9 is like a... Dude, that's tough because in a 10... Oh, no, that's a straight red. Never mind. That's a red prism. I was like, wow, in a 10 it's worth a bunch. It's not. Yeah, $22. I mean, it's not a big card. In a 10 it's about $145. So I'm going to mark it at $60, mostly because... I think a 9 should be worth around half of a 10. I don't know that that's true. Again, offers are always on, so people can make offers, and if somebody makes a reasonable offer, the card goes away for sure. Again, not in love with these cards, not stuck on these cards. Just, you got to set a line, and I'm a big proponent, and I've had people give me their argument for why, you know, don't set a line high, just set the line reasonable and move the card. I get that. I have a different mentality. I'd rather set it a little high, give people room to make an offer and feel like they got a deal too. One guy told me, well, I just wouldn't even offer because your price is too high. Fair enough, dude. No problem. If there comes a point where I decide I just want to sell them, I put them up for auction. If I just want the card to go away, I just flip them up for auction. Because when they're for auction, they just kind of go away. You know what I mean? Because like, goes for what it goes for. And so I do auctions quite a bit on cards that I don't want anymore. So the big thing is once these cards are in the system, it's easy to flip them to auction. But if you never get them in the system, they're never going to sell because they're just sitting in your collection, which is great for the stuff you don't want to sell. Not so great for the stuff that you would like to see go away. So again, for this one, just going to mark it at $60. There we go. That was the most recent sale. Fair enough. Like, it's not a get-rich card again. I probably got it in a break. I don't remember, to be honest. Brady on a select silver. It's a nice-looking card. Yeah, not a big card for sure. You know, $50 in a 10, in a 9, it's probably worth less. I'll probably put it up for like 50 and just see what happens. Again, what is it worth? I don't know. It's these older cards, like any card, are kind of worth what people will pay. But if there's not a high volume of the card moving, but you can see that you can pick up a 10 for pretty decent. Why is this 10? It's a 2013. This is a 2018. So 3 years, 5 years newer. That's crazy. Maybe that was first year select. A lot of times first year of a particular. Yeah, I mean, it's not a big card. I'm just going to put it up for $50. We'll see what happens. Again, if somebody makes a decent offer, it'll go away. It's not a card that I'm holding for value or anything like that. But I also, I don't know. I think pricing cards is always a little bit of a guessing game. So you do the best you can, and they either sell or they don't, and then you lower the price or you don't. Silver Prism 9, not that much, but like $30. That's fine. It's better than nothing. Again, I'm probably in it $20 ish with, you know, I don't know how I got my hands on it. Probably pulled it. I ripped quite a few of the 2020 boxes back then, so we'll just put it in at like $35. See what happens. If he plays a little better this season, maybe it goes, maybe it doesn't. Wow, I drew that 3 terribly. Don't hold that against me. The next one. All right, again, I love these light board logo refractors. I don't know what they're calling these light board logos, but they look great. I would love to see this with the NFL product. It's just a good looking card. Doesn't say refractor on the back, which doesn't mean much. A lot of the refractors don't. But let's see if any of these have sold. Again, very hard to get your hands on. Yeah, one sold for $100. Fair enough. That means they're worth a little bit more than that because that's an auction. Auctions are hit and miss. We're going to put it up for, let's do $140. Just as an ask. We'll see what happens. Again, fair offer goes away. No big deal. But let's call it $120 on the back of this. Again, I just think people don't realize or recognize how rare these are. And as people decide they want them, they are going to be tough to find. It does look like this card didn't pull in the system. So occasionally a card won't pull in the system. We'll fix that at the end. Just add it. Ichiro can't be worth a lot. This is going to be like a $20 card. Yeah. I mean, Juan Soto from back then is worth a few bucks. Yeah, Shoei's worth a bunch. Ichiro, I mean, here's one in perfect conditions worth like $20. So I'm just going to put this in for $30. Again, offer is always open. We'll see what people say on it. It may never sell. Who knows? But if somebody offered me like $15, $20, I would probably let it go. It's not a card I am like attached to in any way. So I'll put it up for $30 on eBay. I'll mark it at $25 just to see what happens if we end up at some card shows, which again, that's one of the plans for this next year. I don't know if I'm going to create content around the shows. At first, I just want to kind of figure the shows out. Let's see here. So again, just showing you guys how easy it is. The stuff gets up. Wow, 1,000. That's crazy. Good for them. LaMelo Green selling for around $30. So me, I think he's having a decent year or a decent start to the year. We'll see if it holds up. We'll just put it up for, I hate even selling it for $40. I'm going to put it up for $50. Again, probably more than it's worth. I understand that. I'm hoping the value gets there. If the value does, great. If somebody makes a reasonable offer, it's going to go away. I'm not in love with the card. Again, it's not a huge deal. But we'll mark it at $50 and see what happens. It's crazy to think that this card, which is his true rookie, oh no, National Pride rookie, so maybe that's not as good. I don't know. But that card still would have been like 80 to 100 bucks his rookie year in a PSA 10. Values have dropped on him considerably for sure. So again, this one didn't go. So just to show you guys, that one didn't go, the $2.99. So at this point, we're done. So we're going to click export. Export cards to list. I'm going to go to this one right here. We're going to go to eBay uploads. Under eBay uploads, all you do is you click this upload button. Click choose file. This is the recent file. You can see it's 15 items. So we're missing one. That's number 16 right there. Double click that. And you can watch right down here. Upload in progress. Takes a couple seconds. It'll let you know if they all went in, if there are any errors, right? So upload in progress. Upload in progress. Shows it there. Upload is complete. Doesn't look like there's any errors. It'll let you know. So now we're going to go to listings. We're going to go to active. And we're just going to double check because a lot of times it'll put it in there with $1 shipping. And so I got to make the adjustment to $5 shipping. So there's one extra step only because I haven't fully fleshed out how to set this up. But these are the cards right here. They just went in. So they're going to show up at the top. I have these as buy it now. So they're on 30-day rotations. I don't know why they have to set it. I think it's just the way their system's built, and so they haven't messed with it too much. So just going through, grabbing all the cards. Yep, and that's all of them. Go up here to edit. Edit selected. It's going to pull them all up, and we're just going to make sure that they're shipping properly. So I need to make sure I'm charging the $5 for shipping. It's not life-changing stuff, but let's see here. Scroll down to shipping policy. Change shipping policy to. I have these things built the way I like them. If you don't, we cover that in a few of the videos. If you just want to do it, you just do it as like a $5 flat shipping. The reason I do the $5 flat shipping is it just makes my life simple because they pay the $5 and I ship it standard. Standard typically is going to come out in the mid to low $4, and that 50 cents, 60 cents difference, that's just the packaging that I use, plus maybe a couple bucks for my time. It's really not a huge deal. But here you can mess with all the stuff. The next thing I'm going to mess with is packaging details. Not uber important, but I just know that mine are 751 is approximate. And then these things, USPS charges in 4-ounce increments. So if an item's 4 ounces or less, it costs that much. If it's 8 ounces or less, it costs that much. And so on. So it's best just to set them up in 4-ounce increments. I've now updated that, so now they're going to be on the $5 shipping. So click OK. It's going to take us back to where we were. And just like that, we've got them in, and they have the proper shipping. So if we were to click on this, it's now going to say $5 shipping, whereas before it had just the $1 shipping. So you can see just a flat $5 ship, no big deal. Sorry, just so you guys can see that flat $5 ship. So let's go back to CDP, Card Dealer Pro. Again, link is in the description if you guys want to check it out. I'm done with this one, so I'm going to change that to closed. As I finish with these ones, these are ones I'm working on. I have these loaded up. The system's searching. It doesn't take that long to search. It's probably already searched, but I just have not addressed these yet. So I'm going to go PSA 2.0. I don't know why I call it that, but PSA 2. But yeah. Always number these just for your own peace of mind so you kind of know where you're at. Again, changing this to the PSA template. Connect. Cert numbers. And I'm just going to pop this cert number 99078 299, comma. And I got a few other PSAs I got to get up there, but I just got to get myself sorted on those. But for now, I just wanted to show you guys how to get this in, and hey, showing you guys how to fix one you missed. So again, we know we're going to sell this for 34, right? We made the joke. First one was 32, next one was 33, this one's 34. You can see that it just puts it in there, tops now, number 1, Xavier Worthy. If you want to, you can come in here and you can expand the title, because normally I'd put Kansas City Chiefs. But again, a lot of this, I'm just showing you ways to get these things up fast. So you mark that as ready. We're going to go to export. Export ready to list cards. Going to come back here. I have the eBay uploads. If you guys want the link to it, it's ebay.com/sh/reports/uploads. And that's going to get you to the screen. And then again, there's an upload button just so you guys can see it. It's right there. Pretty straightforward. You can find templates, and again, you can see right here, this one says 15. That's the one we already did. This one says 1, so that's just the 1 unit that we're going to add. Should take just a second, and we'll follow the same process. Normally, I would have completed the process before I came back to fix the shipping, but this will allow you guys to see it a second time. So let's edit this one. And if you guys are seeing the price and you're like, hey, why is the price not 34 bucks? I have the system automatically set up to add 20%, just because whatever I price it at, I add 20%, and then I can do discounts from there, if that makes sense. Pretty standard practice. Most companies are going to price things up a little bit so that they can price them down, so it does look like it's more of a discount, if that makes sense. But you can see I also have built in a very low minimum offer with auto accept. And you can see here, again, it put it in at the $1. I want it at the $5. And this is just the other way to go in and adjust it. But if you put in a bunch, you want to adjust them together. Just make it a one time. But that's how you would adjust it for just one. But yeah, you can see it just speeds up the process. No photos, very quick in and out with CDP. You can purchase, as far as I understand, I signed up for the monthly. I think I pay like 20 bucks a month and I can do a couple thousand. But I think you can also just purchase a certain amount of scans. But either way, they do have a very inexpensive one at like $5 or $10. So kind of a fun way if you are continuously posting cards over time, that you can post a card really quick. But you guys can see that right there. We took 26 minutes and I posted 16 cards. So 16 cards in 26 minutes, along with, explaining everything like that. I probably could have done it in about 15 or 20 minutes had I not been explaining it. So pretty fast way to get cards up. If you guys have any questions about this, let me know in the comments down below. And like I said, if you want to try it out, do check the links in the description. I put a link down there so that if you guys sign up under my link, you guys get 500 free scans and I get some free scans as well. So appreciate you guys very much. Check it out if you guys are into it. If you guys have any questions in the future, let me know. I'll talk to you guys soon. I'm out.